Sustainable Ecosystems Exploring the World of Closed Terrariums. Good day, everyone. We are Team 7, and for today, we will discuss what have we learned for this semester.
So, what is closed terrarium? A closed terrarium is a self-sustaining miniature ecosystem encased in a glass or plastic container. It is a great way to bring the beauty of nature into your home or office. The terrarium is sealed and contains a small amount of soil, plants, moss, and other decorative elements. It requires minimal maintenance and can provide a beautiful and calming environment. So, hi everyone, my name is Harji Cleope. Did you know that a closed terrarium is a self-sustaining ecosystem enclosed in a small container? Inside of the terrarium, plants rely on a self-contained water cycle, carbon dioxide produced by plant respiration, sunlight oxygen produced by photosynthesis, and nutrients produced by soil, bacteria, or insects. Just like our past topic, which is the spaceship Earth, the terrarium is also a closed system, which means that the only thing that enter the terrarium is the energy from the sun. And also, closed terrarium replicates three basic cycles we see on Earth: the water cycle, the oxygen cycle, and the nutrient cycle. The terrarium has its own water cycle since the water can't escape. The same water molecules keep knocking around in that battle, getting sucked up by the plant's root and then transferred out of its leaf, condensing in the sides of the container and running back down to the side and into the soil. The plant is kept alive much the way all plants in ecosystem. The aerobic bacteria from compost eat the dead plant matter, making more nutritious soil for the plant to use. The bacteria also use up the oxygen released from plants and transform it into carbon dioxide, which is necessary for the plants to photosynthesize. So next topic po.
Okay. I am Exico Pimentel, and for today is how does the Earth's life support system work? There are four major components of how Earth supports itself. This sustains the life support that makes the Earth livable for humans. The flow of energy from the sun through the biosphere and the cycle of nutrients within the biosphere. These four major components interact with one another to sustain every living and non living organisms on Earth. The atmosphere is a thin envelope of gas that covers the entire Earth's surface. It is made up of gases such as nitrogen, oxygen, argon, and some of other gases like carbon dioxide, methane, water vapor, and neon. Atmosphere has inner layers, the troposphere and the stratosphere, that stretches miles and miles, and it also blocks the harmful UV rays from the sun. The second one is the hydrosphere. It is made up of all the water on Earth, and it covers about 71% of the globe. Water can be in many forms like water vapor, glaciers, icebergs, and permafrost. Also, the hydrosphere supports about half of the world's species. Next is the geosphere. It is consists of core, mantle, and crust. The crust holds all the soil chemicals, nutrients, fossil fuels, coal, oil, and natural gas. Last is the biosphere. It is the interaction of atmosphere, geosphere, and hydrosphere where life is found. The main goal of environmental science is to understand how these four major components interact with each other. Next slide. Next is the three factors sustain the Earth's life. Life on Earth depends on three interconnected factors: the one way flow of high quality of energy from the sun, cycling of nutrients, and the gravity with this. And the gravity. With this three factor of life on Earth is possible to sustain itself. Just like our terrarium, it has atmosphere, geosphere, hydrosphere, biosphere. These components works to supply and create life inside the small jar. Next reporter, please.
Good day everyone, my name is Ayanon Santiago and my chosen topic for today is the major components of ecosystem. So first of all, let's determine the two major components of ecosystem. These two are the abiotic and biotic system. For the abiotic, it consists of non-living things such as the air, the water, soil, and temperature, and the sun or sunlight. And for the biotic system, it consists of all living components such as the plants, animals, and humans, etc. So, our abiotic or non-living components in our created terrarium are the soil, rocks, charcoals, and water. And the external abiotic components outside of our closed system or our terrarium are the sun's sunlight. For the biotic system, we we have the plants. Of course, main it's the main reason why we created the terrarium. It's the plants, and we have also the insects such as the worms, cockroaches, and the centipedes. Our terrarium also consists only a few trophic level, as we don't have primary and secondary consumers inside the terrarium. So our terrarium only have the producer and the decomposers. With the sunlight and water, our plants can still be able to make their own food even inside a closed structure. Meanwhile, if our plants die, some decomposers are present to feed on the dead plants and to consume and transfer the energy back to the soil. The terrarium can also be related to the original ecosystem, as it is both closed system and is capable of sustaining life inside the closed system with the help of balance present in the components of an ecosystem. Next topic, please.
I'm Angela Marie Conice. I'll be to discuss the energy flows through ecosystem and relate to a closed terrarium. So in an ecosystem, energy flows from the sun to producers and then to consumers, with some energy being lost as heat at each transfer is called food chain. A food web, on the other hand, is a more complex representation of multiple food chains within an ecosystem, showing how different species are connected and how energy flows through them. So, just like in the great outdoors, if we were to relate it to the energy flow, plants in a closed terrarium use photosynthesis to convert sunlight into energy that they can use to grow and sustain themselves, which it simply means that a closed terrarium is a um, self sustaining ecosystem where energy flows in a similar manner to a natural ecosystem. Also, just like a natural ecosystem, the balance of energy flow in a closed terrarium is crucial for the survival of the organism and other overall health of the system. If one species in the food chain become extinct, it can have a ripple effect and disrupt the energy flow, leading to a collapse of the ecosystem. This is why it is important to maintain balance and biodiversity in closed terrarium for us to observe and understand the interconnections between species and the flow of the energy in the system.
And that concludes our report on what have we learned through this semester with relation to our last project, which is the closed terrarium. Thank you.